So I've just been asked a question at a workshop here in Edinburgh around what is seller financing and exactly what is an installment sale agreement. Now, I've actually done an installment sale agreement. I've done it here in South Africa and overseas, and it's quite a cool strategy or a way of controlling and acquiring a property. Essentially what it is, and I'll give you an example. So these sellers came to me and they had this property that was vacant, it was empty, and there wasn't much equity in it, but I saw the opportunity because I saw next door it actually built about, they got 15 or 16 flats, and this is a residential house, but that house next door used to be a residential house. And so I saw opportunity going, if I could acquire this over a period of time, apply for the zoning, because it was Res 1, I need to change it to Res 3. Instead of me buying it right now, let me take it over using an installment sale agreement, which is governed by the Alienation of Land Act. Came out in 1981. Most people haven't heard about it, but it's a really cool way of acquiring a property. So what happens is, I approached my attorney. My attorney obviously dealt with all the contracts from memory, section 42. And what they did was they got the original title deed back from ABSA. The banks don't like it, but they have to do it. And we put an endorsement against it. And I signed a contract between myself and the seller, the actual owner of the property, and they still own the property, right? All that's happening is I'm now obligated to service that monthly bond. I'm obligated to pay the rates and taxes. If the property generates no income, I've still got to pay as though I was the owner. Now, in the hours of SARS, it's actually a transfer. So I had to pay transfer duty in the first 6 months. There's no transfer fees or bond fees because I wasn't applying for a bond yet, and there's no transfer fees, but I did pay the attorney about 10,000 rand to draw the contract up, get the seller, get the buyer together, which we did. We agreed the terms in terms of, I said to them, I want to rent this out as a multi-let until I get my zoning. And in fact, what happens is most people do it for 5 years, but you can do it for longer. It's just on the internet. If you want to subdivide that property, you have to then do it within 5 years, but you can do it for a much longer period of time. The pros are that you don't need affordability, because affordability for the bond is already in place. So you're just going to service the bond. But if you don't pay your monthly installment, the owner seller can put you on terms, and if you breach their contract and you don't pay your full monthly installment, they can actually take the property back, and any money you've spent on it you can lose. So of course, with everything there's pros and there's cons. So often the strategy works nicely if you come across a property where there's not much equity perhaps, but you see an upside, you see a strategy, maybe it's short-term accommodation, maybe something in the future happening in the area, or what the neighbors have done, whatever it might be. And again, it doesn't work on all properties, right? The seller, the owner of the property, if they need their affordability for the next property, then of course it won't work. If they have to sell, they're going to free up their affordability with that property to then move forwards. So guys, if you have any questions around installment sale agreements, and Andrew just explain further, or you have any questions, please feel free just to share in the comment section, and I'll certainly help you guys out. We'll see you soon.